The Florida State Seminoles. 5 previous early season tournaments in Major League ballparks, the Seminoles have never failed to win at least 2 out of 3 for the weekend. Florida State heads into their third and final game of the weekend today, having split their first 2 games. So FSU needs a win today to finish the weekend with a winning record. The Noles will turn to Peyton Manka on the mound for this matchup against the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and this is just the second time the Seminoles have faced off against the Cornhuskers, the first coming in the old Metrodome back in 2004, the Seminoles' final visit to the former home of the Minnesota Twins. So it's Nebraska and FSU first pitch just minutes away as we begin the Renewal by Anderson on Deck show. And Florida State having won their first game, that was against the Michigan Wolverines back on Friday. Well, morning here is when we got started, Friday afternoon back in Florida. We won that ball game and then lost yesterday to Auburn. Auburn played the early game today. They beat the Louisville Cardinals. So Auburn finishes the weekend at 3-0, and now Florida State will try to finish the weekend at 2-1. Nebraska has yet to win a game this weekend, having lost their first 2, 4-2 to Louisville and 5-3 to Kansas State. So it's Florida State and Louisville, the matchup here today. Noles will turn to Peyton Manka on the mound, like I mentioned. Manka getting the start. Trey Beard is going to be available today. We do expect to see him pitch, and I will discuss that with Link Jarrett in the next segment here of the Renewal by Anderson on Deck show. So we will hear Link's thoughts on how they plan on using Trey Beard here today. A couple other guys, we saw the collision yesterday in right field between Jace Estes, who started the game at second, Brody DeLamielleure, who played right field. Those 2 guys will not be available today, so Florida State will have to make do without 2 of their starters from the first 2 games of this tournament. And Carter McCulley will step in Jace Estes' place, and John Stutzer will step in the place of Brody DeLamielleure. So a couple of changes to the lineup there due to that collision that we had yesterday down the right field line. So a lot going on here today as Florida State and Nebraska get ready to play. We will hear from Seminole head coach Link Jarrett coming up in the next segment. Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Contact Renewal by Anderson today or visit bestwindowsflorida.com, license CGC 1527613. We'll step aside, come back. We'll hear from Link Jarrett. You're listening to the On Deck show presented by Renewal by Anderson.
Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors, proud partner of the Noles. Like the Noles, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Built with advanced technology, they offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact Renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
At ViStar Credit Union, we go the extra mile to bring Florida State fans better banking. Open a ViStar Plus checking account and unlock up to $570 in annual savings. Enjoy perks like getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, identity and phone protection, and so much more. All for just $5.99 a month. To learn more, visit one of ViStar's local branches or visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
This is the Renewal by Anderson On Deck show on the Seminole Sports Network.
Florida State Seminoles wrapping things up in Texas at Globe Life Field. Welcome back to the On Deck Show, brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. And joining me now is Seminole head coach Link Jarrett. And Coach, we go into this one today, a tough Nebraska ball club, and we're going to go with Peyton Manka on the mound today. But good news, Trey Beard is going to be available as well.
Yeah, Beard's back in there, and it's good. He never had an arm issue. It was the stomach thing, and then he lost so much weight, so we're trying to get the weight back up, and he's on track. So then Mike and I are trying to assess what's the right workload as we had him built up. Just like Mendez was built up to throw 75 pitches, so was Beard. I mean, they were neck for neck in this thing. And so then you have to backtrack a good week, and it's not just not throwing. It's just a loss of appetite and trying to regroup from all that. So I think he's back on track, and we need to get him in there today somehow. We didn't want to start him. We wanted Manka to start and try to get Beard a clean inning to just make sure he's okay, and then we'll have guys behind him. But his pens have been good, and he's been trending in the right direction, strength back. We just need to get out there in the game and see the velocity and make sure everything's on point in the game. And we've got guys available to help, so we're okay. Tough yesterday. Those guys, they laid it on the line, man, and you have players playing that hard and going at it with that kind of reckless abandon. You know, it's unfortunate that Jace went down and DeLamilore's banged up, so they're not available today. But it's going to give Stutzer a chance, and McCulley's back in there, and we'll sort this thing out. But it's nice to know that Beard is trending, and he's going to find his way in the game today.
What goes into that decision as far as McCulley and Frazier? Today you've got Frazier at third, McCulley at second.
You know, it's something that as a staff we've talked about, and I thought maybe a change of scenery from McCulley might help him. Frazier played hard yesterday, had some really good at-bats, made two beautiful plays at third base. It just seemed like something I wanted to try. And maybe it's a little different scenery, vantage point for McCulley at second, and maybe it helps him at the plate or relaxes him. Just something that we wanted to try. And I thought there's a lot of upside for Frazier. McCulley, we've worked these guys all over. It's just the first time in the game we've actually done it, and I thought today was a good day to do it. And McCulley can turn the double play, and he moves around real well. And he hadn't looked ultra comfortable at third. Had been okay, but just seemed like a logical way to try to get them both involved and maybe give McCulley a different look.
And going with Shmela behind the plate, just a chance for Hunter Carnes to kind of take a little bit of a break and get Shmela in there.
Exactly. And Shmela, good strong hands, and this guy throws a lot of fastballs, and it lines up well for Nate, and we need Nate to help us. And he's had some catch 9 and 9 and 9. That's tough on any college catcher. And Carnes got beat up a little bit yesterday with the foul ball off the shin whenever he did that, and then the plays at the plate. So it's fine for Nate to be back there. Nate's an experienced, good player. He's been through this, and it's good for him to get an opportunity. And I think the matchup on the mound.
Seminole head coach Link Jarrett talking about some of those moves in the lineup today as Florida State gets ready to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Victories happen here. Wolfson Children's Hospital, always here. Wolfson Children's is proud to be the official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. As the umpires head to home plate, we get ready to have an exchange of lineup cards here as Rick Allen will be behind the plate, Tim Winningham down at first, Mark Hutchinson at second, and Mark Winters at third base. The two head coaches, Will Bolt for Nebraska and Link Jarrett there for Florida State. And there's a familiar name in the dugout for Nebraska. Their pitching coach is Rob Childress, the longtime head coach at Texas A&M. Of course, they made a trip to Tallahassee for Super Regionals a few years back. Everything feels like it was like 2 years ago, even though it may have been 10 years ago or 12 years ago or whatever it may have been. So I'll just say it was a few years back when Texas A&M came to Tallahassee. And unfortunately, Florida State not able to win that one. You remember Michael Waka throwing a beautiful Game 3 of that Super Regional to advance to the College World Series after Florida State had pulled even with a 23-9 win in Game 2 of the Supers. But Rob Childress, now the pitching coach for Nebraska. Will Bolt, who is a Nebraska grad, much like his counterpart there, Link Jarrett, head coach of his alma mater. Will Bolt was an assistant at Texas A&M for a time under Rob Childress. Now Rob Childress is the pitching coach under Will Bolt at their alma mater, Nebraska. So Those are the two head coaches as we get ready for baseball here from Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Field, the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. We'll step aside, come back, as that'll do it for the On Deck Show. Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows, a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Contact Renewal by Anderson today or visit bestwindowsflorida.com, license CGC 1527613. Starting lineups, first pitch. Coming up next, you're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Their health is on the line. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the top heart and vascular program, the highest level of care for premature babies, the area's most powerful cancer center, and the region's only Level 2 trauma center. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
Every great team has a playbook. What's yours for getting home safely? If alcohol is in the mix, driving isn't. In Florida, nearly 1 in 5 crashes with an impaired driver results in a fatality. Plan ahead, designate a driver, grab a ride share, or stay put. Winning starts with smart choices. Drive sober, arrive alive, go Noles. A message brought to you by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
What's Here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. Center for Critical Life-Saving Care. What's Here is Wolfson Children's Hospital with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Dining room. And a go-around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Grounded to Farrow. 4, 6, 3. They got it. It's Bailey. Skies one to right. That ball is going to be way out of here. A towering monster shot. McCulley skies one to left. Lee going back. Warning track. Wall. He leaps. And that ball is out of here.
The Seminole Sports Network presents Florida State Baseball. Today's Florida State baseball game is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. By Wolfson Children's Hospital, official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. By Barano Heating and Air Conditioning. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. By the Tallahassee Board of Realtors. Find your Tallahassee Realtor today. And by Truist, official bank of Florida State Athletics. Let's return to the field with Eric Luallen.
It is time for some baseball as Florida State takes the field in their Sunday golds. They'll be the home team today, and in the first base dugout, Nebraska will go with black tops, gray pants, and black hats here today. And leading things off for the Cornhuskers, Mac Moyer, he's the center fielder. Jet Buck will bat second and play second. Case Sanderson, the first baseman, hits third. In the cleanup spot, third baseman Joshua Overbeek. As we are underway, Peyton Manka, first pitch. 90-mile-an-hour fastball is good for a strike. Dylan Carey at short bats fifth. Cole Kitchens is the DH. He hit sixth. Bottom third of the lineup, Will Jeske, the left fielder. Mike and Miller, the catcher, and Drew Grego, the right fielder, as Manka misses with the second offering, and the count is 1-1. Manka will throw to Nate Schmela today. Miles Bailey down at first. Carter McCulley at second. The shortstop is Cal Fisher. And John Stutzer. The Scott and Wallace keys to success. Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Play a clean game today, as that pitch will miss outside. A little bit too much of the ball bouncing around yesterday. One untimely error, some wild pitches, things of that nature. Clean that up and play a clean baseball game here today. That's your key, as Manka now goes to 3-2. Here to the leadoff batter, Mac Moyer. Moyer batting .538 here in the early going, 7 for 13. He has yet to homer or drive a run in. He has scored 3 times. Hitting senior will step in here. He's hitting .385 so far, 10 hits and 26 at-bats. He has driven in 4 runs so far this year for the Cornhuskers, who come in with a record of 3-3 as he takes a fastball inside for ball 1. Peyton Manka, 4-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. And he'll generally top out in the 92 to 93 mile an hour range. He's been 90 to 91 so far here in the early going. As that pitch will miss as well, another 90 mile an hour fastball, 2 balls and no strikes. Manka, 1 appearance. It was a start. He went 3 scoreless innings, allowing 3 hits, walking 1, and striking out 2. That one is grounded foul towards third base. And the count is 2 balls and a strike now to Jet Buck. We're at Globe Life Field, the home of the Texas Rangers. And Globe Life hosting the Amegy Bank College Baseball Series. Final day of this weekend tournament as that pitch is fouled straight back. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Now to Jet Buck. They've been a very gracious host so far. I think everybody's enjoyed the trip here. Getting a major league feel here in a major league ballpark as Bailey holds Moyer at first. That one is lined into left field. That's going to be extra bases. Dowd gives chase into the corner. Moyer is held up at third base. And very quickly in this one, Nebraska gets 2 in scoring position here against Peyton Manka, as Case Sanderson now will be the batter. Case Sanderson, left-handed hitting junior, as Micah Posey now will head out to the mound here to have a word with Manka. He threw right at 50 pitches in that start Tuesday night against Jacksonville, on the road in Jacksonville. Link Jarrett going with him today. He did say during the on-deck show that Trey Beard will be available, and they do expect to get him out there on the mound today. And bodies starting to stir in that Seminole bullpen, which is in the right field power alley. It's 4:07 to straightaway center, 327 down the left field line. Also 327 to right. 410 to the left field side of center, 410 to the right field side of center, 374 to the alley in right, and about the same in left. As that pitch misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes now to Case Sanderson. Sanderson 364 with no homers and 1 run driven in, and he's got an RBI opportunity here with 2 in scoring position and nobody out. That pitch will miss, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. First base side of the rubber for Manka, the big left-hander. He kicks and fires and misses, now 3-0. Manka 6'6", 255 pounds, redshirt sophomore out of Winchendon, Massachusetts. Attended the P27 Academy up in North Carolina. 2-0 pitch, misses, 3-0 pitch misses, and that's ball 4. So Manka walks Sanderson, that loads the bases. Knowles will get a right-hander up. Looks like it's Chris Kinnear throwing down to the bullpen. That ball is in the air to left field. Dowd is under it, should be deep enough to score the runner as he tags and heads home. Throw comes into third base. Nebraska takes a 1-0 lead. So a sacrifice fly with the bases loaded by Overbeek scores Moyer. Now it's runners at first and second and 1 out, as Nebraska's on the board first. Dylan Carey will be the batter. As Manka delivers, that one is in the air, deep left field. Chase Williams going back. He's not going to get it. It's off the wall. 2 runs will score, and that's going to be a double for Dylan Carey, and Nebraska takes a 3-0 lead. Micah Posey up on the top step. He's about to come out as the home plate umpire Rick Allen goes out to break this up, and I think as soon as Shmela gets back to the plate, Micah Posey's going to head out to the mound again. Link Jarrett is on the walkie-talkie, and now Micah Posey heading out as Shmela got right back behind the plate. So we are going to get a Kowalski call to the bullpen for your sausage needs. Trust the Sausage King of Detroit. Go to quality.com, Kowality, quality.com. So the Noles, who got out to a 4-0 lead yesterday in the first inning before losing, find themselves behind 3-0 here in the first inning today. As they go to the bullpen, it will be Chris Kinnear coming in for Peyton Manka while he makes his way to the mound. We'll take a break. Noles trail 3-0 with a runner at second and 1 out. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
And as a former police SWAT officer, I know what it takes to build a great team and to find your dream home and everything in between. For your total relocation solutions, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
Well, that is certainly not an ideal start for the Seminoles here as Peyton Manka exits. Partial line on Manka, who is responsible for Carey down at second base. Third of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs earned with 2 walks and no strikeouts. And now Chris Kinnear enters the game for the Seminoles, a 5'11", 182-pound junior right-hander out of Jensen Beach, Florida. Attended Jensen Beach High School and then Indian River State College for a year before coming to Florida State. He's now in his senior. Is making his first appearance of the season. Pitch mix. Will step in here. It's his 24th career appearance, first of 2026. Finished last year with a record of 1-1 and an ERA of 4.75. First pitch, cut fastball is fouled off. And the count is 1 strike here to Cole Kitchens. Cole Kitchens comes into the game hitting .269 with 7 hits and 26 at-bats. He has driven in 7 runs so far on the year. And he's got a runner in scoring position. Carey down at second as that pitch, a fastball at 92 misses. Fastball, cutter, curveball, changeup for Kinnear. And delivers. Fastball is in there for a strike at 92. So ball and 2 strikes now to Cole Kitchens. Kinnear last year, 30 1/3 innings. He allowed 23 hits while walking 22 and striking out 31. Batters hit .213 against Kinnear. There's a swing and a miss. That was the cutter from Kinnear. And he gets the strikeout of Kitchens there, 2 away. That will bring up Will Jeske. So Will Jeske, the batter, off to a .350 start here in the first 6 games for the Cornhuskers. 7 hits in 20 at-bats. Leads the team in home runs, or I should say tied for the team lead in home runs with 2. He has driven in 4 runs. As he fouls the first pitch off, that's going to get out of play. Again, beautiful ballpark here, retractable roof stadium. We've had the roof closed every day here. We had heard rumor that they might open it today. I guess that was exactly that, a rumor, as the roof is closed here today. Beautiful weather outside, 56 degrees as that pitch is fouled off the other direction, right side. And the count is 0-2 now to Will Jeske. Capacity is just a little over 40,000. And it sits essentially in a sports district. There's a lot going on in this little area around the ballpark. As that one will bounce in, stopped by Nathan Schmela. He keeps that runner carry down at second base. Looking out the left field windows here, I can see the old ballpark, the ballpark at Arlington, as it was initially called, and then it was eventually Globe Life Field before the new one was built, and that name transferred over to the new ballpark. 1-2 pitch, ground ball to the right side. McCulley up with it, he throws to first. Jeske is retired, but Nebraska does some damage there as they pick up 3 runs on 2 hits. They leave one stranded. We've played a half inning. Nebraska 3, Florida State coming to bat. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
The weeks of hassle, T-Spark Enterprises can install your custom bath in as little as 1 day. Fast, professional, and stress-free. Call T-Spark Enterprises or visit tsparkconstruction.com. License CGC 1525336, CCC 1331204.
It's a brand new year, so get off on the right foot and make sure your heating and air system is ready to handle the highs and lows all year long. Call Barano Heating and Air for expert service you can trust. Online at baranoac.com. License CAC 1816-186.
For almost 10 years, I've been a lineman for the power company. I know that service is important. That's why I also serve in the Coast Guard Reserve. Our crews respond to rising floodwaters in the Midwest, oil spills in the Gulf of Mexico, and disasters like the Haiti earthquake. The Coast Guard Reserve is a challenge I gladly take on because my country needs me.
If you were born ready, learn more at GoCoastGuard.com.
Sponsored by the United States Coast Guard in cooperation with the Florida Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Florida State trails 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Braden Dowd leading off for the Seminoles. Noah Sheffield will bat second. He's the DH today. Miles Bailey hits in the 3 spot with Cal Fisher hitting cleanup. Gabe Frazier will bat fifth. Nathan Schmela will hit in the 6 hole. Bottom third of the lineup, John Stutzer, Chase Williams, and Carter McCulley. Defensively for the Cornhuskers, behind the plate, Mike and Miller. Then you've got Case Sanderson down at first. Jet Buck is at second. The shortstop is Dylan Carey. The third baseman, Joshua Overbeek. The outfield left to right, Jeske, Moyer, and Grego. And on the mound, it is Gavin Blackowitz, a right-handed sophomore. Blackowitz, 6'4", 210 pounds. He's out of Olathe, Kansas. He is making his second start of the season. Went 4 innings last weekend. Gave up 2 hits, 1 run earned with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. So he comes in with an ERA of 2.14. And he'll face Braden Dowd here as Dowd steps in. Dowd hitting .381 here in the early going. Hits one the other way, and that is going to be right at the left fielder Jeske, who makes the catch. Dowd is retired, and there's one away. That'll bring up Noah Sheffield. Good contact on that first pitch, but hit it right at big ballpark, a lot of room in the outfield. The ball does carry well here. And Noah Sheffield gets hit by the first pitch from Blackowitz, fasping that left hand as he heads down to first base. Link Jarrett is going to come out and check on him real quick to make sure, and this is after their collision in right field yesterday. We also do not have Brody Purcell available. So one arm down in the bullpen there for the Seminoles today as well. Blackowitz delivers here to Miles Bailey. The first pitch is good for a strike. That was a curveball. Don't expect Purcell to be out for long. I don't think it's anything serious. Not sure on Delamalier or Estes as far as how much time or how serious and what they might miss. And that pitch will miss inside to Bailey. 92 out of the bullpen last year as a freshman. Swings and misses at a cut fastball. Recorded 22 strikeouts in 21 and a third innings, while batters hit 250 against him in his freshman campaign. Played allows Sheffield to move down to second as Blackowitz runs over and picks that baseball up about halfway between the plate and the mound. Mike and Miller, the catcher, had no idea where the ball went as it went off I think it went off the glove and then the mask of Miller and went back towards the mound. Miller was looking behind home plate for it. So wild pitch advances Sheffield. And that pitch will miss down low, and the count is full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cal Fisher, the on-deck hitter. And you wonder if Bailey will get something to swing at here with a 3-2 count and first base open. Here's the pitch. Bailey does swing at it, and he strikes out. Got him with a cut fastball. There are 2. So Cal Fisher steps in. Fisher hitting .350 on the season. No home runs, 8 runs batted in. He does lead the team in RBIs. Blackowitz working from the stretch. First base side of the rubber. He sets, kicks, and delivers. That's a strike to the outside corner at 93. 3 runs on 2 hits in the top half of the first for the Cornhuskers. That's where we stand now in the bottom of the first. Sheffield down at second, 2 outs. Shift on against Fisher. 3 infielders to the left side. As he takes a ball low and outside, it was in the dirt, so home plate umpire Rick Allen wants to get a new baseball into play there. Tosses that one out. Here's the 1-1 now to Fisher. Checked his swing, but he went around. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rick Allen asked for help there. I thought it was pretty clear that Fisher had gone around. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's going to be a call. 3rd strike. Fisher thought it was too low. Noel Strand 1 here in the first. We head to the second. Nebraska 3, Florida State nothing. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from
An intense game like that. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue Center? And exhale. Treating yourself.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com.
FSU Trail champion level rates on auto, home, and personal loans. Plus, our high-yield savings accounts help your money score big. Join today and take your financial game to the next level. Champions first, and he'll face the 8-9-1 batters in the Cornhusker lineup. Nebraska leading 3-0 after that 3-run first inning. Peyton Manka final line, 3rd of it, and got a punch out and a ground out. When the University of North Florida, Kinnear delivers here to Mike and Miller. Misses outside for ball 1. Miller 1 for 7 on the season. We got Banana Ball weekend coming up this coming weekend as well, as that ball is fouled off. Foul balls are presented by Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. Bananas will be playing Thursday, Friday at Hauser, and then Saturday in Doak, as that one is down the left field line, but it's going to be into the stands foul. And that's going to be a called 3rd strike. And right now it does look like Rick Allen is giving the Drew Grego now will be the batter. Grego, a freshman, is 1 for 2 on the season. Swings and misses at a 91-mile-an-hour fastball there from Chris Kinnear. So nobody on and 1 out. As Grego taps the plate, he's ready. Kinnear delivers. That's a ground ball. McCulley moving to his right, scoops it up, throws to first. And they're 2 away. That will bring up the leadoff batter, Mac Moyer. Moyer walked and scored in the first inning as Nebraska loaded the bases with nobody out. Moyer scored on a sacrifice fly by Joshua Overbeek. Then they'd get a double by Dylan Carey that would score 2 more, and that's where we stand now, 3-0. As Kinnear delivers a changeup that misses outside the left-handed hitting Mac Moyer. 3 left-handers, 1 switch hitter in this Nebraska lineup. As the fastball catches the outer third at 90 miles an hour. And the count is 1-1 now to Mac Moyer. He's a junior out of Washington State. Though he did play high school ball at Amegy Academy in Florida. That one is in the air, fouling out of play. And he's had an interesting route to Nebraska. He's attended San Jacinto College here in Texas, and he's also spent time at Oregon before landing at Nebraska. Off to a very good start is Moyer. The 1-2 pitch, too high, and the count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moyer out of the left-handed batter's box. Now he will step back in, places that left foot deep in the box. Now brings the other one in feet parallel as he awaits the pitch here from Kinnear. And he's going to take a curveball for a strike. Kinnear a 1-2-3 top of the second. So we head to the bottom half. Florida State coming to bat trailing 3-0. It will be Gabe Frazier, Nathan Schmela, and John Stutzer when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford.
Renewal by Anderson Window. Energy efficient, acclaim, impact, and longevity. 152-7613.
Florida State Seminoles trailing 3-0, coming to bat here in the home half of the second. And back out on the bump, it's Drew Blackowitz. He hit Sheffield in the first, but retired the other 3 batters he faced, including 2 strikeouts. And now he'll face the 5, 6, and 7 spots in the Seminole lineup. So it'll be the red-hot Gabe Frazier to start things off for the Florida State Seminoles. And what a weekend he has had. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano Heating and Air Conditioning will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com as Stutzer definitely heating up. Or, I'm sorry, Stutzer will be up in 2 batters. This is Gabe Frazier. Frazier batting .471. with 8 hits and 17 at-bats. 5 of those hits have come this weekend as he takes a strike there from Blackowitz. Frazier has scored 6 times this season while driving in 2. And he offers it. That one sends it fouling out of play. Nothing and 1 the count. Frazier out of Huntington Beach, California, transfer from Arkansas. Arkansas was here last weekend for another tournament. They played TCU here, and there were 22,000, just over 22,000 in attendance. The 0-2 pitch now to Frazier. Back up the middle. They had Carey, the shortstop, position well. He didn't have to move far to get to that one. And he throws to first. There's one away, and that will bring up Nathan Schmela. So Nathan Schmela steps in. Schmela has yet to pick up a hit this year, but he's only had 2 at-bats. And the first pitch to Schmela is good for a strike. He is a 6th-year senior, transfer from Dartmouth, 2nd year at Florida State. Hit .259 in 12 starts and 23 appearances last year for the Noles. And he hitter. 3 lefties, 5 righties, 1 switch hitter in the lineup today for the Seminoles against the right-hander, Gavin Blackowitz. Blackowitz delivers, and that one is grounded to the right side. Buck has it. He throws to first. Throws a little bit to the right of Sanderson, but he's able to adjust with his feet and make the catch there 2 away. That will bring up John Stutzer. So Stutzer steps in. He's 1 for 7 on the season. He got the start at DH opening day. Noah Sheffield got the second start at DH and hasn't given that spot up yet. As Stutzer taking over for Brody DeLamiere out in right field today as he lets that one bounce in for ball 1. Stutzer, freshman out of Pope High School. He's from Marietta, Georgia, same alma mater as James Tibbs. As he taps the plate, gets the bat ready. Here's the 1-0 now from Blackowitz. And that's going to be called a strike, make it 1-1. 87 miles an hour on the cut fastball there from Gavin Blackowitz. And he catches the outside corner with that pitch, make it 1-2. Blackowitz coming out of high school, the number 4 right-handed pitcher, now in his second year in the program. That pitch will miss outside. Nebraska thought it caught the outside corner. They did not get the call there from Rick Allen. 2-2 the count now to John Stutzer. 3-0 Noles trail. We're in the bottom of the second inning. First base side of the rubber for Blackowitz, working from the stretch with empty bases and 2 outs. He delivers. Stutzer fouls that one straight back and will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Every time I attended a scrimmage, both in the fall and prior to the start of the season, Stutzer did something really, really good. He was always making loud noise at scrimmaging. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams with the greatest opportunity for success. That community is Seminole Boosters. Seminole Boosters is the largest source of funding for Florida State athletics and serves as the difference maker for our athletic program. You can join the team behind the team for only $5 per month. Learn more or join today at SeminoleBoosters.com. That's SeminoleBoosters.com.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles, located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
Chris Kinnear back out on the mound for the Noles, who trail this one 3-0 as we begin the 3rd inning. Renewal by Anderson. Windows and Doors, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Our energy-efficient Acclaim Impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Contact Renewal by Anderson today or visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License CGC 1527613. So Kinnear now will face the 2, 3, and 4 spots in the Nebraska order. He has retired 5 straight since coming out of the bullpen to replace Peyton Manka, who was charged with 3 runs on 2 hits. First appearance of the season has gone well so far. Let's see if he can keep it going. Noles trailing 3-0, but they need to keep it there and start doing something with the bats. They still are hitless to this point. As Kinnear, first pitch, cut fastball, misses low and outside, and the count is a ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0 from Kinnear. That one is past a diving Cal Fisher at short, so that'll be a single there for Jet Buck. His second hit of the ball game. He's now 2 for 2. So Case Sanderson now the batter. Sanderson walked his first time up and scored. He's 1 for 8 and has scored 2 runs this weekend for this Nebraska team. That ball is fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. Kinnear has the pitch call in for Micah Posey. He sets, kicks, and fires. And this is outside, and the count is 1-1. Jet Buck gets his lead off first. He has yet to attempt to steal this year. But he is going to take off there, and that's going to get through the gap in between first and second. A base hit for Sanderson. And that'll put runners at the corners now with nobody out. Joshua Overbeek will be the batter. Overbeek, a sacrifice fly and an RBI his first time up. He's 3 for 7 this weekend with 3 runs batted in. There is activity now in the Seminole bullpen, and that is Trey Beard up and throwing. Getting his lead off third is Buck. Sanderson off first, held there by Miles Bailey. Kinnear delivers, and that's a foul ball left side out of play. 0-2 now to Overbeek. And now the 0-2 from Kinnear. That'll miss down low. Overbeek, 6'1", 215-pound senior out of Cincinnati. He's had a couple of stops prior to Nebraska, Cisco College and Pittsburgh. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That ball's in the dirt, nowhere for Overbeek to go with first base occupied. So that'll be a strikeout. There's one away, and that will bring up Dylan Carey. Well, now you can get out of this with a ground ball. Knowles turned a couple of double plays yesterday. And they would love to get one right here as Trey Beard continues to throw down in the Seminole bullpen. Dylan Carey doubled his first time up. He's 4 for 9 on the weekend. As he checks his swing, did not go around according to first base umpire Tim Winningham. Ball and no strikes to Dylan Carey. Out of Castle Rock, Colorado, a senior who has spent his entire career at Nebraska. The 1-0 pitch from Kinnear. Ground ball. Fisher dives for it, can't get to it. That's going to play to run here. And the Knowles trail 4-0. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And now Cole Kitchens will be the batter. Kitchens struck out his first time up. And that was against Chris Kinnear. That was the. And the pitch misses, blocked by Schmela. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Kitchens 1 for 9, has struck out 4 times this weekend. First base side of the rubber for Kinnear as he sets. Actually, they're going to give him a stolen base. Actually, both of them stolen bases. So 2 stolen bases there, 1 for Carey, 1 for Sanderson. Since they were going before the pitch. 2 balls and no strikes now to Cole Kitchens. 5-0 Knowles trail. 5-3 Grant goes to first in time. 5-0. And it will be Williams, McCulley, and Dowd due up when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends.
Care to our region.
Seminoles trailing 5-0 here as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Comebacks begin here. Wolfson Children's Hospital, always here. Wolfson Children's, proud to be the official children's hospital of Florida State Athletics. So Noles coming to bat. Need to get something going here. And it'll be Chase Williams to start. Gavin Blachowicz has been very good so far. Only 23 pitches in his first 2 innings of work. He struck out 3 without issuing a walk. The only base runner of the game, Noah Sheffield, got up. And he throws to first in time to get Williams. There's one away. That will bring up Carter McCulley. Three ground outs, 1 fly out, 3 strikeouts so far recorded by Blachowicz. As McCulley steps in, he's 1 for 1 on the weekend and 2 for 11 on the season. Slightly open stance from the right side as he swings and misses at the first offering there from Blachowicz, 91-mile-an-hour fastball. McCulley, 6'5", 190 pounds. He's out of Pensacola, Florida. Waits the pitch as that for McCulley. Now in his second year at Florida State, he's a senior. Valuable guy. He can play anywhere in the infield. And he has played all 4 infield positions. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Ball and 2 strikes now to Carter McCulley. Blachowicz has not worked from the windup in this game. He's got empty bases here with 1 out from the stretch. Looks in, gets the pitch call from Mike and Miller, and now sets to the belt. Here's the pitch. And McCulley fouls that one off. Will stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 1 out. Nebraska had 1-2 pitch. And that will miss outside. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that will bring up Braden Dowd. Out to left field, his first time up. Will step in here for his second look at Gavin Blachowicz. Dowd is 3 for 10 with a couple of RBIs this weekend as he steps in that left-handed batter's box. Dowd, 500 on-base percentage so far in the early going as he takes a slider first pitch that misses, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. So 1-0 pitch. Walks against 65 strikeouts after hitting the leadoff spot for the Trojans the last couple of years. Here's the 2-0 now to Dowd. Hard hit ball, but right at the first baseman who gets it on the second hop. And the Noles go down in order again here in the third, and that is 8 straight retired by Gavin Blachowicz. We head to the fourth. Florida State trails 5.
Certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. That's baranoac.com.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Noles fans, agents who are realtors have the expertise to guide you as you make your next move. Find a realtor, member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors at tbrnet.org. Florida State as he makes his way to the mound. got taken out by illness last weekend before making his Seminole debut. He was set to start the game on Saturday, opening weekend, but came up sick there Friday night and wasn't able to go. And it was stomach issues, lost a lot of weight over a 3-day period. And so as Link Jarrett talked about during the on-deck show, it was a case of getting the strength back, getting the weight back that he lost, and also the fact that he missed time, he was not able to work out. So it kind of puts a hold on where they would expect a guy to be after the first weekend, and now gets his first look on the mound for the Seminoles. 6'2", 185-pound junior left-hander. He's out of Dunedin, Florida, attended Dunedin High School. Very effective in 2 years at FAU. Spent the summer with Collegiate Team USA and was the top left-handed pitcher in the transfer portal this past offseason when the Noles picked him up. First pitch is in the air to center field. Backing up on it, now settling is Chase Williams. And that was a fastball first pitch for a fly out to Chase Williams. There's one away. That will bring up Drew Grego. Beard has 4 pitches, fastball, and he will pitch at about the 90 to 93 mile an hour range with the fastball. He also throws a slider and a curveball. His big out pitch is the changeup, as he faces right-handed hitting Drew Grego here, and he throws a changeup for a strike. It's similar to Wes Mendez's changeup last year in that it tails away from right-handed batters quite a bit. Throws another one there. That one is in the air to Chase Williams. Backing up on it, warning track, wall, he makes the catch. Bangs off the wall and throws that ball in. There are 2 down. That will bring up Mac Moyer. But with Beard, and when I say that similar to Mendez from a velocity standpoint and from a movement standpoint, but with Beard, he has a much higher release point than Mendez does. As he delivers a fastball first pitch here to Mac Moyer, 90 on that fastball. Nobody on, 2 outs here. Noles trail 5-0. Beard ahead, no balls and a strike to Mac Moyer. From the windup first base side of the rubber, Beard delivers. And there's a curveball that bounces in, and the count is 1-1. Beard was first team all AAC last year, American Athletic Conference. 1-1 pitch. That misses. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. 16 games, 15 starts, a record of 7-1, and an ERA of 3.14. He recorded a save in his lone relief appearance. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good change up there from Beard. He recorded 118 strikeouts in 86 innings of work. Gave up just 61 hits, and batters hit just 199 against him. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball. McCulley moving right, has it. He throws to first. And a 3-up, 3-down. Top half of the 4th inning here for Trey Beard in his Seminole debut, as the Noles will head to the dugout, grab the bats, come back, and come to the plate in the bottom of the 4th, trailing 5-0. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
How do I understand the housing market in my area?
How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
What's affordable in the neighborhood I want to buy?
Does it have a 2-car garage?
Does it have a fireplace?
What about a pool?
Does it have vaulted ceilings?
A realtor is your neighbor and ally, someone who understands your dreams and has the
Hey Seminole fans, warm weather is approaching and you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Florida State trailing 5-0. They have yet to come up with a hit against Gavin Blackowitz, the starter for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 8 straight Seminoles since hitting Sheffield back in the first inning. Blackowitz has only thrown 34 pitches in his 3 innings of work, so got to get to him here. You've got to get that pitch count up as well. Get into that Nebraska bullpen. They've played 2 close games this weekend, so stand to reason that you can get into that bullpen. You can get to some either arms that maybe aren't their top line bullpen arms or some fatigued arms as Sheffield swings and misses at the first offering from Blackowitz. That one will miss up high, make it 1-1. Sheffield is 2 for 7 on the weekend with a couple of RBIs as he comes into the game hitting an even 500. Now the 1-1 pitch from Blackowitz, who's working from the first base side of the rubber. The right-hander kicks and deals. And that one's good for a strike. 1-2 now to Noah Sheffield. He's a sophomore out of Tampa, Florida, Jesuit High School. Sheffield bat waggle as he waits the offering here from Blackowitz. And that'll miss outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You need base runners. They've actually made some good contact, but hit it right at people so far. To get some of those a little bit offline, and that's another ball that's well struck. One hopper to the shortstop. Throw is in the dirt, but dug by Sanderson. And Sheffield is out. There's one away. That'll bring up Miles Bailey. It was a good play by Carey, the shortstop. And Sanderson picks him up on that throw that was in the dirt. So Bailey, who struck out his first time, now 1 for 8 this weekend, will face a shifted infield as he swings and misses at a first pitch slider. And 0-1 the count here to Miles Bailey. Bailey's just quietly been going about his work. Came into the game hitting 400 while leading the team in walks with 9. That pitch misses downstairs, and the count is 1-1. Had that home run on the first pitch that he saw this year. Hasn't homered since. But again, I say it's quiet because came into the game .625 on base percentage, 600 slugging. Hits that one in the air to left. High fly ball. Going back is Jeske at the wall. That ball is out of here. Miles Bailey, the towering opposite field shot. The Noles are on the board. It's 5-1. Second home run of the season for Miles Bailey. That was greeted by his teammates. That one got way up into the rafters here. I'm about as high as you can get in this ballpark as far as the level that I'm sitting at, and that was well above my eye line as Cal Fisher takes ball 1 low and outside. Fisher struck out looking his first time up. He is 1 for 10 on the weekend. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1 here to Cal Fisher, junior out of Deerfield, Wisconsin. Fisher's ready. Blackowitz delivers. That one bounces in, and the count is 2-1. Fisher, for his career, a .299 hitter with 13 homers and 57 runs driven in. He has yet to homer in 2026. He had 8 last year after 5 as a true freshman. The 2-1 now to Fisher. And that one is tapped foul left side. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Cal Fisher. Step up to the plate with Champions First Credit Union. Hit it out of the park with our champion level rates on auto, home, and personal loans, plus our high-yield savings accounts. Help your money score big. Join today and take your financial game to the next level. Champions First Credit Union, your financial champion. Fisher back in. That's a grounder toward short. Charging in on it is Carey. He throws to first. In time, Fisher retired. There are 2 down. That will bring up Gabe Frazier. Frazier grounded out to carry his first time up. What a weekend he's had. He had a triple, a double, and a single in the Noles win on Friday against Michigan. Came back and had 2 singles in yesterday's ball game. He's now 5 for 9 on the weekend and has scored 4 runs for the Seminoles, who trail 5-1 here. And that pitch will miss. Ball and no strikes to Gabe Frazier. Digs back into that left-handed batter's box. He's from Huntington Beach, California. Blackowitz delivers. Frazier out in front of that one as he pulls it foul down the first base line. As it rolled all the way down the fence line there to the foul line, right where the fence starts to jut back out towards that line, and there's very little room the last, about 10 to 15 yards before the foul pole there. As that pitch misses, and the count is 2 balls and a strike now to Gabe Frazier. Want to give a shout out to Kyle Clark and his son Knox. Listening as they drive back in Tallahassee as Frazier swings and misses. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Nebraska. 1-1-0 for Florida State. 2-2 pitch, misses inside. Frazier trying to say that he got hit by the pitch. The home plate umpire, Rick Allen, does not agree. Link Jarrett comes out, and I think he wants the plate umpire, Rick Allen, to ask for help first. And then if nobody saw it, he wants to challenge this play. So we are not quite yet in the sun stop second. And Mark Winters, the third base umpire. And now we are going to get a sun stop second look. It only takes 1 look to find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop. Food, fuel, and smiling faces at their 80 locations in Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Sunstop is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. We did not have a challenge in yesterday's game. Florida State did use both of their challenges in the opener against Michigan, and neither call went Florida State's way after the challenge. So now we go to take another look and see if this pitch hit Gabe Frazier. As it was called on the field, they did not see it catch one of his legs, and it's a 3-2 count. I have not seen a replay of it yet, so yeah, I don't see that ball hitting him. It was in the, what I think, so looking at that again, I think the glove of the catcher, Mike and Miller, might have brushed against Frazier's foot as he was going to catch that ball, and I think that may be what Frazier felt and thought perhaps it was the ball just skipping off the top of his shoe. So I think this call on the field is going to stand, and that it's going to be ball 3. Going to say that it did not hit Frazier, so he will get back in the batter's box. The count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, and depending on what happens on this next pitch, both sides have a chance to feel vindicated on this one. If he gets on base, Florida State fans will feel vindicated. If he doesn't, Nebraska fans will feel vindicated. Here's the payoff pitch. And that one is tapped foul right side. Will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody aboard. It's a 5-1 ball game. Nebraska leads here, bottom of the 4th. Noles are on the board after the solo shot by Miles Bailey. Frazier back in, another payoff coming from Blackowitz. Check swing as that misses outside. Frazier earns the walk, and now Nathan Schmela will be the batter. As the home plate umpire here, Rick Allen will dust off the dish, and Nathan Schmela steps in. He grounded out to second his first time up. Need base runners. Need to chip away at this thing. 5-1 Noles trail. Frazier at first, 2 outs. Slide step delivery there by Blackowitz as that pitch is good for a strike. His velocity has fallen off some here in the 4th inning. He was 92-93 to start. Last couple of fastballs have been 89 and 90. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. First base side of the rubber here for Blackowitz. Frazier gets his lead off first, held there by Sanderson. And that one is tapped towards third, but it will roll foul. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Nathan Schmela. Schmela is out of Ashburn, Virginia. Briarwoods High School, then Dartmouth for 4 years. His final year at Dartmouth, he was a second-team All-Ivy League catcher. Then ended up at Florida State. Got some starts behind the plate, even with Jackson West and Hunter Carnes there. And he was able to get a year of eligibility back due to COVID from his time spent at Dartmouth. The 1-2 pitch now from Blackowitz. And that one is popped up right side, foul territory, goes Sanderson, and it's going to get on top of the Seminole dugout. Bounces into the crowd and right into the aisle. A mad dash for the baseball, but youngster gets a souvenir and he's happy. Still a ball and 2 strikes now to Schmela. Open stance from the right side, he readies the bat. Blackowitz kicks and fires, and Schmela swings and misses, side retired. But the Noles are on the board. A solo shot by Miles Bailey makes it a 5-1 ball game. Nebraska leads. We head to the 5th. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott & Wallace at Dick Hauser Stadium with the animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Let's get it, Noles. Scott & Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
TOC is a proud partner of Florida State Baseball. For the past 50 years, TOC has provided the highest quality comprehensive care to North Florida and South Georgia at one of the nation's premier sports medicine and orthopedic clinics. TOC, the team behind the team. Trey Beard back out on the mound for the Seminoles here as Florida State trails 5-1 and due up for the Cornhuskers. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 spots. Jet Buck, Case Sanderson, and Joshua Overbeek. 58 pitches now for Gavin Blackowitz. So the Noles, after making him throw just 34 pitches in his first 3 innings of work, made him throw 24 there in the 4th inning. So that's a little bit better. So you can stretch him out another inning, put another run or 2 on the board, and then get to that Nebraska bullpen. So Jet Buck steps in here to face Trey Beard. First pitch by Beard. Fastball is good for a strike. Now the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. Nothing in 2 here to Jet Buck, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a single. He's now 4 for 11 this weekend here at Globe Life. The windup and the pitch from Beard. Swing and a miss. And he gets the strikeout of Jet Buck. Now Case Sanderson will be the batter. Sanderson, left-handed hitter. Beard moves on the rubber depending on whether he's throwing to lefties or righties. He works the first base side against left-handers, the third base side against right-handers. As he delivers a pitch there, it's fouled off. And the count is 0-1 now to Case Sanderson. Sanderson has walked and singled. He scored twice. Open stance from the left side. Fastball misses inside, and the count is 1-1. Beard now winds and fires. Slider is good for a strike at 83. And the count is 1-2. He really predominantly will work off the fastball and changeup. He will mix in the curveball and slider. 1-2 pitch. That's a fastball that's fouled out of play. Foul balls are brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Renewal by Anderson Doors and Windows. Check them out at bestwindowsflorida.com. And now a tap of the plate as Sanderson ready, and another 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. McCulley playing deep out on the carpet in short right field. Ranges to his left, scoops it up, throws to first. And there are 2 down. That will bring up Joshua Overbeek. McCulley has handled all of his chances so far today at second base. He's got 4 assists. Again, Jace Estes unavailable after his collision with Brody DeLamielleure yesterday. DeLamielleure also unavailable. John Stutzer in right field for DeLamielleure. Noles will shift here against Overbeek, who sends one down the third baseline. Fair. Frazier gets it, throws a dart to first base. And the Cornhuskers go down in order here in the 5th. We're halfway through this one. Florida State trails 5-1. Coming to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Stutzer, Williams, and McCulley due up when we return. You're listening to the Seminole Sports Network, presented by Wilson Children's Hospital and the FSU Game Day app.
Windows and Doors, proud partner of the Noles. Like the Noles, we value strength, performance, and durability. Our energy-efficient, acclaimed impact windows and doors withstand Florida's harshest weather. Built with advanced technology, they offer superior protection and longevity. Enhance your home with a team you can trust today. Contact Renewal by Anderson at bestwindowsgulfcoast.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than Sunstop Convenience Stores. With the fuel to keep you going, snacks, hot deli items, and more, Sunstop is the perfect teammate to knock your game days out of the park. Join our rewards program to rack up points with every purchase and use the points to save money on fuel. The more you shop, the more you save. Add our Sunny Saver payment card and save even more money on every fuel purchase. Sunstop Convenience Stores are your MVP for game day. Sunstop, we're from here. Go Noles!
At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit VystarCU.org. VyStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So John Stutzer to lead things off for the Noles here. Home half of the fifth. Florida State trails 5-1. Noles did not record a hit against starter Gavin Blackowitz until the Miles Bailey solo shot in the bottom of the fourth. That put him on the board, made it a 5-1 ball game. That's where we stand now as Stutzer to lead things off. And that first pitch bounces in for ball one to Stutzer. Stutzer struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 2 on the weekend. That was pitch number 59 for Blackowitz, who has given up 1 hit and 1 run with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts thus far. As that pitch will miss. There are now bodies down in the Nebraska bullpen, but nobody throwing. A couple of guys up and stretching, but no throwing yet down in the Cornhusker pen. The 2-0 pitch to Stutzer. He sends that one foul out of play. And the count is 2-1 now to the freshman out of Pope High School in Marietta, Georgia. He was an extremely accomplished wide receiver in high school at Pope and has never played baseball full-time now until arriving at college. 2-1, that's fouled off. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's one of the things Link Jarrett likes to tell people about is good as Stutzer has looked since arriving on campus. It's really his first effort at being a full-time baseball player. 2-2 pitch now to Stutzer. And he grounds that one foul left side. It'll go by third base coach Ty Amegy. Brad Vanderglass is the first base coach for the Seminoles. Amegy in his 3rd year on staff, Vanderglass in his 4th year at FSU. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a called 3rd strike. So Stutzer is out. That will bring up Chase Williams. That's the 6th strikeout recorded by Gavin Blackowitz. Williams 1 for 6 this weekend. He's got a ground out to second in his first at-bat here today. Switch hitter from the left side here against the righty Blackowitz. And the first pitch misses upstairs to Chase Williams. So Chase Williams readies the bat. Here's the 1-0. That misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Stanhope Elmore High School up in Alabama. 1 season at Northwest Florida State College where he was a Gold Glove winner and 2nd team all-conference performer. And he gets ahead 3-0 here. Hit .379 at Northwest Florida State College. Scored 71 runs, had 8 doubles, a triple, and 2 homers with 32 runs batted in. And then last year, his first year at Florida State, hit .342. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and draws ball 4. So the Noles have a base runner here with 1 out, and that will bring up Carter McCulley, who struck out his first time up. McCulley, another productive junior college hitter, also in his 2nd year at Florida State. While Chase Williams was at Northwest Florida State College in Panama City, Carter McCulley was at Pensacola State College in Pensacola. Hit .302 as a sophomore, .326 as a freshman. As he takes ball 1 down low. Had 17 home runs in his 2 years at Pensacola State College, did McCulley. as Blackowitz suddenly has lost his feel for the strike zone, and that's going to get time called, and the catcher, Mike and Miller, and shortstop Dylan Carey to the mound to have a chat with Gavin Blackowitz. Still no activity down in the Nebraska bullpen. This will be pitch number 70 for Blackowitz. Chase Williams held at first by Sanderson. Gets a big lead. As that ball is in the air to center field, Moyer doesn't have to move far. He's under it. He'll make the catch. And there are 2 outs. That will bring up Braden Dowd. So Dowd, the batter.
Good swing. Hey. That's the one.
Dowd is 0 for 2 today. He's lined out to left and smoked a ground ball right at the first baseman. And that's Sanderson, who currently holds Chase Williams on at first base. Pitch out. Williams not going anywhere, so that's ball 1 to Dowd. A couple of RBIs this weekend for Dowd. He's now 3 for 11 for the tournament. Here's the 1-0, runner going. Ball bounces in, gets away from the catcher, stays in the dirt area, so Chase Williams will have to stop at second base. Give him a stolen base. That's his 3rd of the season. And Knowles now with a runner in scoring position. Well, base hit here, you can make it a 5-2 ball game. Like I said, you got to chip away, chip away, chip away. I'm not greedy. I'll take a big inning, too. No matter how they want to do it. And Chase is going to get picked off. He took off before the pitcher started his motion, so he was able to step off and throw to third. And Chase Williams is thrown out at third base. Pitcher to the third baseman, Overbeek, and the side is retired. So Dowd will lead off the 6th inning for the Seminoles. We head to the top half of the 6th as Trey Beard makes his way back out to the mound, and he will face the FSU Game Day app.
Yes, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That's why the professionals at Barano Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those who matter to you most, Barano will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at baranoac.com. That's baranoac.com. Knowles fans, are you ready for game day? Tavello Brewing Company in Thomasville is just a short ride down the road. From our refreshing sangria, hard seltzer slushies, to the only place you can find our award-winning Florida State Athletics. Go Knowles!
Sunstop Food, Fuel, and More. Find everything you need under the sun at Sunstop, a proud sponsor of Florida State Athletics. Knowles trail 5-1 here. Back out on the mound, and he'll face Dylan Carey to start things off. Beard so far 2 innings. He's retired all 6 batters he's faced. Has required just 17 pitches, and only 3 of those have not been for strikes as he gets a swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup for strike 1 here to Dylan Carey. And another changeup as Carey gets way out in front of that one, swinging and missing, and a 2-strike count. Beard, the kick and pitch. And that one will bounce in, try to go back to the changeup there again and get a chase down low, but Carey didn't go after it. As Carey steps back in, taps the plate. He's 2 for 2 today and is now 5 for 10 on the weekend. 1-2 pitch, misses outside with a fastball. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Third base side of the rubber with a right-hander in the box for Beard. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. McCulley shifted. Gets that one where the shortstop would normally be on the backhand side and throws a laser to first. As Carey is retired, that will bring up Cole Kitchens. They had a shift on there, and Florida State had Carey well scouted. And McCulley once again has been flawless out in the field. 5 assists so far for him, making his first start of the year at second base. Cole Kitchens now will be the batter. Kitchens is out of Centerton, Arkansas, 6'4", 220 pounds, as takes the first pitch strike there. A curveball from Trey Beard, and the count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, and that hits him. So Trey Beard, after retiring 7 straight in his first outing as a Nole, hits Cole Kitchens. He heads down to first, and that will bring up Will Jeske. Runner at first here, 1 out. Noles trail 5-1. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Will Jeske is hometown kid. He's from Lincoln, Nebraska. We're going to get a pinch runner here. It'll be Devin Nunez. So Devin Nunez will run here for Kitchens. And not sure what Rick Allen is discussing with Nate Schmela here. Rick Allen now looking to the Seminole dugout. I don't know if Schmela's got an equipment issue or something else. Allen's still looking at Florida State's dugout. Now Link Jarrett will come out. And chat with the home plate umpire. Trying to lip read here, but I'm not sure what they're discussing. Maybe an issue with the pitch comm. Well, I can hear somebody saying we're good, so whatever it is, they've figured it out, and we'll get back underway here as Jeske steps in. 5'11", 210 pounds. He's in his 3rd year at Nebraska's. Takes the first pitch. Breaking ball there from Trey Beard for strike 1. Beard from the stretch for the first time in this ball game. Sets, kicks, and delivers. That one gets away from Schmela, and the runner advances to second on the wild pitch. Ball to strike the count. Runner in scoring position now for Nebraska with 1 out. Jeske, a .295 career hitter coming into the game today with 5 career home runs and 23 RBIs. Started 29 games last year, 4 starts as a true freshman, and he gets ahead 2-1 here. Beard puts toe to rubber, gets the pitch call in for Micah Posey. Here's the 2-1. That's in the air to left. Dowd came in on it. It's going to get over his head. That'll score a run. It'll be extra bases for Jeske. An RBI double, and the Noles trail 6-1. And this just has been a day so far for Florida State, as Beard gives up his first base hit, also his first run since entering the game. And now Micah Miller will be the batter. He's 0 for 2 today. Left-on-left matchup here. And that one is in the air, and it'll drop in front of Chase Williams. That will score another run, make it 7-1. So a hit batter, a double, and a single have scored 2 for Nebraska as they take just 1 out. Micah Posey is going to head out to the mound now. There is activity down in the Seminole bullpen. I don't believe we're going to get a change here because I don't think anybody is ready yet down there. Looks like Gabe Nard is up and throwing in the Seminole bullpen. I also think Jake Eccles is throwing. I am a good bit away from these two bullpens, but I can clearly see in there. It's just, yeah, it's 48 and 42, so it's Nard and Eccles throwing in the Seminole bullpen, a couple of right-handers. Mike and Miller at first base. Throw over, not in time. Drew Grego is the hitter. He's still looking for his first hit of the game. Florida State trails 7-1 here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Knowles will have Braden Dowd up in the bottom of the 6th to start things off as that pitch misses outside and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. That was pitch number 30 for Trey Beard. Eyeing the runner at first. Now he kicks and delivers. That'll miss down low, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Again, the concern over going to Trey Beard as a starter in this one was whether or not he had gained strength back after being sick for about 3 days. He dropped a good bit of weight due to that illness. And anytime you have stomach issues like that and you lose that much weight in just a few days, it can be hard to not only put the weight back on, but to get your strength back and to start feeling like yourself again. His fastball's good for a strike there, and the count is 3-1. Bailey holding the runner at first. There's 1 out. Florida State trails by 6. Fastball misses outside. Walk issued to Drew Grego, and that'll bring up Mac Moyer. Runners at first and second now, 1 out. Moyer 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He's now 2 for 8 with 2 runs on the weekend. Micah Posey coming out. This is going to be it for Trey Beard, so we are going to get a Kowalski call to the bullpen. Trust your sausage needs to the Sausage King of Detroit. Hit the website at quality.com. That's KOWALITY.com. We'll step aside, and it is going to be Gabe Nard coming out of the bullpen while he makes his way to the mound. We'll take a quick break. Knowles trailing 7-1. Runners at first and second, 1 out. When we return, you're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue Center? And exhale. Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Every great team has a playbook. What's yours for getting home safely? If alcohol is in the mix, driving isn't. In Florida, nearly 1 in 5 crashes with an impaired driver results in a fatality. Plan ahead, designate a driver, grab a ride share, or stay put. Winning starts with smart choices. Drive sober, arrive alive, go Knowles. A message brought to you by the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
Partial line on Trey Beard. 2 1/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And he is responsible for Mike and Miller down at second, Drew Grego at first, and now Gabe Nard will face the top of the order here in Mac Moyer. Making his 3rd appearance, 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs with 1 strikeout. Sinker slider pitcher. Does have a changeup as well, but it'll mostly work off of that good hard sinker and that slider mix. Does a good job tunneling those pitches. So very hard as it comes out of the hand to figure out which one it is. And with that movement change, if you guess wrong on it, very experienced pitcher. Transfer from Duke. As Nard now the 1-0. That'll miss inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Last year, 6-2 record in 50 2/3 innings. Batters hit .247 against him. As that one's in there for a strike. Had an ERA of 4.62. In 2024, 45 innings and an ERA of 2.60 with a record of 3-2. That one's fouled out of play. You're talking about in excess of 120 innings of experience out of the bullpen for Gabe Nard in the Atlantic Coast Conference. So I would imagine we'll see quite a bit of Gabe Nard throughout the course of this season. The 2-2 pitch now from Nard. And that will miss downstairs, and the count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, runners at first and second. Nard adjusts the cap, now puts toe to rubber. Gets the pitch call in from Mike Capozzi in his dugout as he sets, hands in front of him. As the bases are now full, and that will bring up Jet Buck. To give up any more runs here, but Nebraska is threatening in the top of the 6th. Bases full of Cornhuskers with 1 out. Nard is a ground ball pitcher, and you need one right here. Get a double play, get out of this, and go grab the bats. First pitch, slider misses. And the count is 1 ball and no strikes. First base side of the rubber for Nard. He gets the pitch call in, sets, kicks, delivers. And that one is chopped foul. 1-1 the count. Nebraska, first 2 games in this tournament, they lost 4-2 to Louisville and then 5-3 to Kansas State. That's in the air, center field, coming in on it, Chase Williams. It's shallow, runner's going to tag and head home. Throw is up the line, and Schmela did not get the tag on him as he came up the line to glove that one, and the runner was running by. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly, scoring a run. Noles trail 8-1. There are 2 down. That will bring up Case Sanderson. That run is charged to Trey Beard. I didn't see any objection from the Seminole dugout, so from their angle, it didn't apparently appear that Schmela got glove on that. Yeah. Center field camera shows it, and it's pretty clear that he missed him. And it was a good job by Schmela just to get that ball in his glove. Trying to get the tag there, but if you let that ball get by you, you've got 2 other runners on base who can advance. So it was a good job that he just caught that ball and then not close enough to swipe the runner as he went by. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, make it 1-2. So 3 runs across here in the 6th. Florida State trails 8-1. And now the 1-2 pitch here from Gabe Nard. And that will miss low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners aboard. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Florida State still just with 1 hit in this one, a solo shot by Miles Bailey. Nard delivers, and that's going to be strike 3 called as Sanderson strikes outside, retired, but the Seminoles give up 3 here in the 6th. We head to the bottom half. It's Nebraska 8, Florida State 1. You're listening to the Seminole Sports.
Have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is a level 1 pediatric trauma center for critical, life-saving care. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always.
The Ford F-150 with available Pro Power on board gives you the power of a mobile generator. So as long as you've got a TV and a signal, you don't have to miss another game. Just one more reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America 48 straight years and counting. Ford, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. See your local Ford dealer today.
Florida State trails 8-1 as we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning, and looks like the day is done for the starter for Nebraska, Gavin Blackowitz, as he goes 5 innings, gives up 1 hit and 1 run with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. And he turns it over here to Colin Novacek, a left-hander. 6'1", 200 pounds. He's out of Elkhorn, Nebraska, a sophomore. So it'll be Braden Dowd to start things off for the Seminoles here. So Novacek facing Dowd. Last year, 10 relief appearances for Novacek. Went 0-1 with an ERA of 7.00. This year, 1 appearance, it was as a starter. He gave up 5 hits and 6 runs in 1 inning of work as he delivers a strike there to start Braden Dowd off. So the ERA is 54 coming into this game. In trail, 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Nebraska. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, or no errors for Florida State. And that'll miss outside, make it 1-2 now to Dowd. Has nothing to show for it as he's 0 for 2 after a line out to left and a ground out that was ripped right at the first baseman. Swing and a miss. Dowd, just his 2nd strikeout of the season. And there's 1 away. That will bring up Noah Sheffield. Sheffield still looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and is grounded out. As Sheffield taps the plate now, the bat waggles as he awaits the offering here from Novacek. And that one is good for a strike. Nothing to 1 the count. And also good for a strike. 0-2 now to Sheffield. Here's the windup and the pitch. No. Got Miles Bailey. So Miles Bailey steps 1 the count. 1, you're listening to Seminole.
Great team. Dream home and everything in between. Good Greek can do it. Relocation Solutions. Go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers. Behind the scenes of Seminole Athletics, there is a community of supporters who pledge their personal resources to provide all teams.
FSU. And really just nothing going Florida State's way. Their only hit of this game, a solo home run by Miles Bailey that came in the 4th inning. Outside of that, only 2 other Seminoles have reached base. Chase Williams, who walked in the 5th. Sorry, 3 other Seminoles. Chase Williams, who walked in the 5th. Gabe Frazier, who walked in the 4th. And Noah Sheffield, who was hit by a pitch in the 1st. So Josh Overbeek will start things off. The switch hitter hitting from the left side here against the righty Nard. Takes ball 1. A fastball there from Nard. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that's good for a strike. Another sinker there from Gabe Nard. Peyton Manka started for the Noles. 3rd of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs with a couple of walks. Chris Kinnear, 2 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned with no walks and 4 strikeouts. Then Trey Beard making his Seminole debut, 2 1/3, 2 hits, 3 runs with a walk and a K. Nard so far, 2/3 of an inning, he's allowed a walk and recorded a strikeout. 2-1 the count here to Overbeek, who's 0 for 2 in this game. As that slider missed and seemed to catch Shmela off guard there, that he didn't get a strike call there, and saw him turn his head around and probably asking Rick Allen how much that missed by. Here's the 3-1, and that one is on the inside corner for a strike. 3-2 now to Joshua Overbeek. The windup and the pitch. Line drive, diving attempt by Frazier, can't get a glove on it. As Overbeek a leadoff single here in the 7th. That will bring up Dylan Carey. That is the 8th hit of the night for Nebraska. As Dylan Carey, who's got 2 of those 8 hits, steps in here. He's 2 for 3. Right on right matchup here between Nard and Carey. Miles Bailey will hold Overbeek at first. And Carey tried to bunt that one, miss. And the count is 0-2 now to Dylan Carey. And the 0-2. Slider just off the plate. Didn't get Overbeek to go after it, but that was right where Shmela wanted it. Now it's 1-2. Carey back in, taps the plate. On one level and bounces down to another one, and then pops up about 4 rows from where it initially bounced. And that will miss outside, make it 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and a runner at first. 8-1. And he's going to hit the wall. Run inside the park home run. It's now 10-1. Florida State trails. Well, we almost had one yesterday when Jace Estes and Brody DeLamiere collided in right field. But the runner was thrown out at the plate, trying to extend a triple into a home run. This time, runner gets all the way around the base field. Be back up there. All your Saws pitchers going to be top of the 7th. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Sunstop Convenience Stores. With the fuel to keep you going, snacks, hot deli items, and more, Sunstop is the perfect teammate to knock your game days out of points with every purchase and use the points to save money on every.
And the region's only Level 2 Trauma Center. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
This is Florida State Baseball.
Seminoles trail 10-1, and now Jake Eccles is into the game for the Noles. He is making his second appearance as a Seminole, 6'4", 170-pound junior right-hander out of Orlando. Attended Freedom High School, then Polk State College. Eccles, 1 appearance, 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Has not allowed a hit or a run. And he will cut Preston Freeman as the first pitch is good for a strike. That one is in the air to center field. Chase Williams settles under it. He makes the catch. Freeman is retired. That will bring up Will Jeske. So Will Jeske steps in. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Eccles, first team All-Citrus Conference at Polk State College. 14 appearances, 2 starts, a record of 4-3, and an ERA of 3.44 last year. 68 innings. Batters hit .257 against him. As that one is lined to right, Stutzer backs up, makes the grab, and there are 2 down. And that will bring up Mike Miller. As a freshman, Eccles 2-0 in 17 appearances, covering 16 1/3 innings. So Mike Miller now, as that fastball from Eccles at 92 misses outside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Eccles, the windup and the pitch. That's in the air to left field. Going back, Fisher coming in, Dowd. And Dowd is going to make that catch. Fisher slid to the ground to avoid a collision there with Dowd. And the side is retired. But now it's 10-1 as Nebraska gets 2 runs here in the 7th. Middle of 7, time to stretch. You're listening to the Seminole Sports Network, presented by Wilson Children's Hospital and the FSU Game Day app.
Lows all year long. Call Barano Heating and Air for expert service you can trust. Online at baranoac.com. Northwest CAC 1816186.
Race fans, do you have an old car, motorcycle, boat, or RV just taking up space? Put that vehicle to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Your donated vehicle will help kids in our racing communities live happier, healthier lives. Simply call 844-NASCAR-9 and your vehicle will be towed and auctioned. You get a tax deduction, and the NASCAR Foundation gets the proceeds. Again, to donate, please call 844-NASCAR-9.
Noles fans, agents who are realtors have the expertise to guide you as you make your next move. Find a realtor, a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors at TBRNet. Florida State trailing in this. And it will be Cal Fisher, Gabe Frazier, Nathan Schmela due up. So Cal Fisher 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Around the Atlantic Coast Conference, 6 winner. Innings 9-8 in Jacksonville. Auburn earlier today, good for a strike, nothing, and 1 the count. Virginia Tech takes down Rutgers 4-3 today, good for a strike, nothing, and 1 the count. Virginia Tech takes down Rutgers 4-3. Duke a 6-1 win over Milwaukee. Boston College loses to Northwestern 8-5. And loses to Northwestern 8-5. As swing and a miss there by Schmela. And actually, no, it's Eli Putnam hitting here for Nathan Schmela. Cal leads UC Irvine 4-1, top of 8. Texas A&M Corpus Christi has a 4-2 lead on Pittsburgh in the top of the 5th. And Stanford Cal State Fullerton tied at 2, bottom of 6. 1-1 the count here to Eli Putnam, who is 0 for 2 on the season. That will miss outside. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. Putnam, a transfer from Davidson. He's a fifth-year senior. 6'4", 215-pound redshirt senior out of Cabin John, Maryland, as he sends that one foul out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes the count here to Eli Putnam. Two-two pitch. That misses outside, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. Slightly open stance from the right side for Putnam. Payoff pitch misses inside. Putnam draws a walk, and that will bring up John Stutzer. That's just the 3rd walk of the game by a Nebraska pitcher. And Florida State, who has just 1 hit, the solo home run by Miles Bailey. Besides those 3 walks, one towards third. That's going to be foul as Overbeek gets it on the wrong side of the bag there. And the count is 0-1 now to the freshman. Stutzer 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. So Stutzer in. And that one will miss. 1-1 the count. So North Carolina and East Carolina were in a rain delay. As that pitch is good for a strike. And it was a rather lengthy rain delay that started, well, a few hours ago. They finally decided to bang it and call it a tie game. Hard hit ball, but right at the shortstop, who sends it over to Buck at second to force out Putnam, and the side is retired on the fielder's choice for Stutzer. As we head to the 8th, Noles trail 10-1. You're listening to the Seminole Sports Network, presented by Wilson Children's Hospital and the FSU Game Day app.
Warm weather is approaching, and you know what that means. Bugs like termites, mosquitoes, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses in the Tallahassee area and is a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. So you know that you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com. That's 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
At ViStar Credit Union, we go the extra mile to bring Florida State fans better banking. Open a ViStar Plus checking account and unlock up to $570 in annual savings. Enjoy perks like getting paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, identity and phone protection, and so much more. All for just $5.99 a month. To learn more, visit one of ViStar's local branches or visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Noles!
This is Florida State Baseball.
We move on to the 8th inning. Jake Eccles back out on the mound for Nebraska as he will face the 9, 1, and 2 spots in the Cornhusker lineup. Nebraska leads it 10-1. Fifth pitcher of the game for Florida State is Eccles. The only other time Florida State and Nebraska have met on the diamond came on March the 5th of 2004. It was the Dairy Queen Classic up in Minneapolis. Another early season tournament happening in a major league ballpark that was actually the last of 5 trips up to Minneapolis by the Seminoles to play in what used to be the home of the Minnesota Twins. Obviously, they've got Target Field now, their home. Florida State won that matchup 5-3. That was a fairly regular trip that started back in '88 and 1 trip in the late 80s, then 3 in the 90s, and then that 1 trip in 2004. And that was the Only other time these two teams have met, so Florida State holds a 1-0 advantage all time against Nebraska, but right now Nebraska commanding lead here in this one, 10-1. Caden Fromelt, the new catcher for Florida State, had a little pitch comm issue there, so went over and got that taken care of. And the pitch there is good for a strike. A curveball from Jake Eccles. Nothing in 1 the count here to Drew Grego. Grego 0 for 2 with a walk. Eccles the windup and the pitch. That one is lined into left field. It's going to be a base hit by Grego. And now Mac Moyer will be the batter. Remember those games when they would go up there? They had that big tarp in right field that always reminded me of a big trash bag. That's what it looked like when they played those games up in Minneapolis. As that pitch misses, here to Mac Moyer. They went up in 88, went 4-0, defeating Minnesota, Iowa, Washington State, and Maine. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher, and the count is 1-1. Then they returned in 92, played 3 games, went 2-1 with wins against Minnesota and Mississippi State and a loss to Texas A&M. 3 years later, 95, they made another trip up to the Metrodome. And another 2-1 trip as they lost to LSU and defeated Minnesota and Michigan. 1999, 3 more games at the Metrodome, winning 2 out of 3 with a loss to Wichita State and wins against Minnesota and Washington State. 1-2 pitch misses, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then that trip in 2004, and again winning 2 out of 3 with wins against Nebraska and West Virginia and a loss to Minnesota. Noles have had 3 other games in Major League ballparks, and that's counting Steinbrenner Field down in Tampa since the Rays played a full season there last year. 2 wins against the University of Florida in 2010 and 2011, and then that ALS game at Fenway in Boston back in 2018 as Eccles gets a swing and a miss to get the strikeout. And there's one away. That will bring up Jet Buck. It looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Buck. It's going to be Rhett Stokes. So Rhett Stokes will hit. He does not have an at-bat yet this year, though he has scored a couple of runs. And he takes one up high. Ball and no strikes. Eccles keeping an eye on the runner at first. Grego kicks and fires. And that will miss inside. So after being pinch hit for, Shmela exits the game, and Caden Fromelt is the new catcher. Here's the 2-0. And that one is in the air, foul. Get out of play as it lands down below me, and the count is 2-1. Florida State trails. We're in the top of the 8th inning. First base side of the rubber for Eccles, as that one will miss inside, and the count is 3-1. Bailey holds the runner at first. Eccles delivers, and that's back to the mound. He swipes at it, can't get a glove on it. Charging in is McCulley. He throws to first in time to get Rhett Stokes there. So there are 2 outs as Grego goes over to second base. And Case Sanderson is going to get pinch hit for here. Nico Nguyen is the hitter, and this is going to be his first at-bat of the season. He's a redshirt sophomore out of San Diego, California. Spent some time at the JUCO level and also at Arizona before landing at Nebraska, and he takes a strike there. 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Jake Eccles. Nothing in 1 the count. Eccles checks the runner at second, now delivers. And that one misses. Ball to strike. Eccles keeping a close watch there at Drew Grego. Swing and a miss. Good slider there by Eccles. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at second. 10 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Nebraska. 1-1-0 for Florida State. One-two pitch. That one will miss. Gets away from Elt, and runner advances to third base on the wild pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. So the 2-2 offering now from Eccles. Ground ball left side. Frazier has it, throws to first, and the side is retired. No runs ahead, 1 left stranded. Middle of 8, Florida State trails 10-1. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
Scott and Wallace, the official injury lawyers of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee. Founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join Scott and Wallace at Dick Howser Stadium with the Animals and the best fans in college baseball all season long. Scott and Wallace, real trial lawyers, real results.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Florida State trailing 10-1 as they come to bat here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Noles down to their final 6 outs, and they need a bunch of runs, and they need them in a hurry. It'll be Chase Williams, Carter McCulley, and then Braden Dowd due up. And there is a new pitcher, Cooper Katsky, a right-hander, redshirt junior, 6'4", 220 pounds. He's out of Greenwood Village, Colorado. He's played at both Indiana and Miami of Ohio before landing at Nebraska, and now he comes into the game here for the Cornhuskers. And Katsky is making his first appearance of the season. So Chase Williams to start things off for the Seminoles. Katsky last year was the MAC pitcher of the year. First team All-MAC, All-Tournament team for the MAC, and a third team All-American. Opponents hit 196 against him as he went 11-2 with a 3.08 ERA. But he's not yet pitched for Nebraska. Had 13 appearances at Indiana the year before that. And the first pitch here to Chase Williams is good for a strike. Nothing in 1 the count. Chase Williams 0 for 1 in this ball game with a walk. And he checks his swing at a ball that's down low. He did not go around, according to the third base umpire, Mark Winters. And now the 1-1. And that will miss inside. 2 balls and a strike now to the junior center fielder out of Elmore, Alabama. Here's the pitch. And that one is called a strike, and the count is 2-2. Chase Williams did not agree with that call at all. He was backing out of the batter's box on what he thought was an inside pitch. Here's the 2-2. Checks his swing. That one missed low and inside, and moved to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Chase Williams back in. He's ready as Katsky sets, kicks, and fires. And that's going to be a called 3rd strike. Chase Williams not at all pleased. And that'll be Carter McCulley. McCulley 0 for 2 in this ball game. And according to the replay, that was about a half a ball below the strike zone. As the replays here have the K zone transposed on it as they show it come in, and that ball was not in the zone. First pitch to McCulley was not in the zone either. It's called a ball, and the count is 1-0. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike at 90 miles an hour, and the count is 1-1. Carter McCulley, 6'5", 196 pounds. Got the start at second base today. He's played very well defensively. 1-1 pitch. And that one is tapped foul towards third. Ball and 2 strikes. And now the 1-2 pitch here to Carter McCulley. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. McCulley strikes out there, 2 down. That will bring up Braden Dowd. Braden Dowd 0 for 3 so far in this one. And again, Florida State with just 1 hit. A Miles Bailey solo home run. It's the only hit so far in this game. And really never any other inning where Florida State seemingly had something going. 1 base runner in the first, 1 base runner after the home run in the 4th, as that one is grounded foul. 1 base runner in the 5th, 1 base runner in the 7th. So never really any traffic on the base paths for the Nebraska pitching staff to worry about. 0-1 here to Dowd is grounded to the second baseman. Buck has it. He throws to first. And Dowd is retired. Noles go down in order here in the 8th. We head to the 9th. Florida State trails 10-1. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
or rent?
How do I understand the housing market in my area?
How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
What's affordable in the neighborhood I want to buy?
Does it have a 2-car garage?
Does it have a fireplace?
What about a pool?
Does it have vaulted ceilings?
A realtor is your neighbor and ally, someone who understands your dreams and has the expertise to make them a reality.
Call a member of the Tallahassee Board of Realtors today. Visit us online at tbrnet.org to find a realtor.
The Tallahassee Board of Realtors, serving our community since 1935.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. TMH is home to the top heart and vascular program, the highest level of care for premature babies, the area's most powerful cancer center, and the region's only Level 2 trauma center. TMH is setting new standards for medical excellence, driving research and innovation to bring the best care to our region. TMH is your lifelong partner in health.
You're listening to Florida State Baseball.
Seminoles trail 10-1 as we go to the ninth. And it's going to be Josh Overbeek, Dylan Carey, and Rhett Stokes due up. And on the mound for the Seminoles, as that is not Jake Eccles out there. Looks like it's Rhett Vaughn making his first appearance as a Seminole, 6'3", 224-pound redshirt freshman out of Sebring, Florida. So Rhett Vaughn, sixth pitcher of the ball game for the Noles. Sebring High School grad is Rhett Vaughn. Sat out last year while he was recovering from Tommy John surgery. And now he will come in here and face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Nebraska. So Joshua Overbeek. Switch hitter, hit from the left side here against the righty Rhett Vaughn. As Rhett Vaughn, the windup and the pitch. 94-mile-an-hour fastball that's good for a strike. I really have not seen Vaughn pitch much in my scrimmage attendances over this past year between fall and spring, is that pitch change-up misses. Just hasn't been a guy who's been pitching when I've been there to watch. Swing and a miss on the change-up there, and the count is 1-2. Stepping back in is Overbeek. Vaughn delivers. Slider, swing and a miss. As Vaughn gets the strikeout, and there's one away, that'll bring up Dylan Carey. Really hasn't been one particular pitcher who has gotten teed off on here. Out of the 6 pitchers that have been on the mound for Florida State today, as that ball is out of play, foul. Jake Eccles is the only one who did not give up a run, as he worked 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, and struck out a batter. No walks, no runs. Nard gave up 2 runs in 2/3. Trey Beard gave up 3 runs in 2 1/3. Kinnear gave up 2 runs in 2 2/3, and Manka gave up 3 runs in 1/3 of an inning. Next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1 now from Rhett Vaughn to Dylan Carey. Good slider there from Vaughn, swing and a miss, make it 1-2. Carey gets back in the right-handed batter's box. Vaughn, the windup and the pitch. Bounces one in, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Noles will head back to Tallahassee tomorrow and then be back on the diamond at Hauser against University of North Florida on Wednesday night. So no Tuesday baseball this week, as there is a swing and a miss, and Rhett Vaughn gets another strikeout. 2 down. We'll play that game against UNF at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, and then it's the Citadel coming in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Noon on Friday, 1 o'clock Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Then it's a couple of midweekers, Tuesday and Wednesday the following week against JU and Mercer, both of those at 5. And then it'll be Northern Kentucky in for that final weekend of non-conference play. As that pitch misses and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses low and inside. 2-0 the count. The windup and the pitch. Fastball pops the mitt for a strike. 92 on that one. Here's the 2-1 now from Vaughn. Swing and a miss. 94 on the fastball there. Vaughn's got the pitch call in from Micah Posey. Here's the 2-2 offering. Fastball is in the air, fouling out of play, and will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Vaughn. Another 2-2. And another foul ball out of play. We'll stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, 2 outs. 2-2 count. And a swing and a miss. It gets away from Fromelt. He'll have a long throw to first. It's going to be in time to complete the strikeout. And Rhett Vaughn comes in, strikes out the side in his first inning of work as a Seminole. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Noles trail by 9. And it will be the 2, 3, and 4 spots due up when we return. You're listening to Seminole Baseball from Legends Global.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
What's here is a place that generations have trusted to help their kids grow up healthy and strong. What's here are caregivers with knowledge and expertise rivaling any children's hospital in the world. What's here is a Level 1 pediatric trauma center for critical, life-saving care. What's here is Wolfson Children's Hospital, with the technology, research, and dedication to save and change countless young lives. Wolfson Children's, always here. Visit wolfsonchildrens.com.
Florida State Seminoles trailing as we move on to the bottom half of the 9th inning, and last gasp here for the Seminoles. It'll be Noah Sheffield, Miles Bailey, and Cal Fisher due up. And it's still Cooper Katsky out there on the mound for the Cornhuskers. And the Noles have just never been able to get the bats going here today. And on the other hand, the Cornhuskers have really swung them well. 10 runs, 10 hits, no errors for Nebraska. 1 run, 1 hit, and no errors for Florida State. So Noah Sheffield, 0 for 2 so far in this ball game, will step in. Katsky working from the stretch. Delivers, and Sheffield takes a strike. Actually, that's Kelvin Paulino hitting for Sheffield. Swing and taps that one foul. 0-2 the count. Paulino steps back into the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a ball tapped foul. It'll end up out in front of home plate. New baseball out to the pitcher, Katsky, and Paulino stays alive in this count. Tap the plate, he's ready. Paulino, true freshman. He's from Thomasville, North Carolina, as that pitch will miss up and away, and the count is 1-2. High school baseball, though, was played in Florida at IMG Academy. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line drive, that's going to be a base hit for Paulino, who is now 3 for 5 as a freshman here for Florida State. Leadoff batter aboard, and that will bring up Miles Bailey. So Miles Bailey steps in, homered in the fourth. He's 1 for 3. 10-1 Knowles trail. Warning issued to Katsky for not waiting on Bailey to be eyes up before he came to the set position. So one more violation will result in a ball awarded to Miles Bailey. Or any other batter that is up there while Katsky's pitching. That pitch misses low and inside, and the count is 1 ball and no strikes. They are not holding Paulino at first. Wouldn't expect them to, with a left-handed batter up and a 9-run lead in the 9th inning. He's able to get a very big lead at first base. As that pitch is called a strike, and the count is 1-1 now to Miles Bailey. Open stance from the left side as Bailey twirls the bat. He's ready. The 1-1 delivery. That hits Bailey, so he heads down to first. Paulino heads down to second, and that will bring up Cal Fisher. Again, the Noles today, they were out without Jace Estes and Brody DeLamiere, who had a collision in right field yesterday. No word on how long either one of them might be out for. They also were without Brody Purcell in the bullpen. As we get a pinch hitter here for Cal Fisher, it's going to be the freshman Will Bavaro out of Lake Worth, Florida, Park Vista Community High School. He swings and taps that one foul. Bavaro's first at-bat. And now the 0-2 here to Bavaro. And that's going to be a called third strike. So now it's Gabe Frazier. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Frazier the batter. He's 0 for 2 with a walk today. first pitch. Misses inside to Frazier. Taps the plate. He's ready. Here's the 1-0 now. Frazier transfer from Arkansas. Lines one into the right field corner, but that's going to hook foul. And the count is ball and a strike now to Frazier. Here's the 1-1. Katsky kicks and fires, and that'll bounce in, blocked by Mike and Miller, the catcher. We are in the bottom of the ninth. Noles trail 10-1 with runners at first and second and one out. The 2-1 now to Frazier. And that one will miss the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike now to Frazier. There is activity in the Nebraska bullpen. Here's the 3-1. That one is skied, and that one is literally up in the rafters, coming down, and that's going to be foul and out of play. Sanderson had to stand there and wait on it. That one looked like it went up into the rafters and over one of the stanchions there that's part of this opening roof that is currently closed. I don't think I'd seen a ball hit that high in any of the Florida State games thus far. 3-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. And that one is in the air to left center field. Backing up is Carey, the shortstop. Coming in, Jeske and Moyer. Carey calls for it. He makes the catch, and there are 2 away. That will bring up Caden Vermelt. So last gasp here for the Seminoles with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Vermelt has been to the plate 1 time this season and walked. He is a transfer from Des Moines Area Community College in Marion, Iowa. As that pitch is good for a strike. First base side of the rubber here for Katsky. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses. Make it 1-1. Vermelt, a right-handed hitter. He's 5'11", 211 pounds. 1-1 pitch is called a strike. Make it 1-2. Nebraska fans on their feet here with a 1-2 count and 2 outs in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He did not go around. That ball was in the dirt but stopped by Miller. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a called 3rd strike and ball game. So those fall here today to Nebraska to drop to 4-2 overall while going 1-2 here in Arlington, Texas. Nebraska improves to 4-3, and they also go 1-2 here in Arlington. We'll step aside. Sunstop postgame show is coming up next.